And action!
Hi, boys and girls. We are going to read If You Were an Ant. The author of this book is S.J. Calder, and the illustrator is Cornelius Van Wright. If you were an ant. Look down on the ground. Can you see me? I am an ant, a wood ant. You can find me in a forest. I live and work with many other ants in a colony. You may have seen me coming and going from my nest. I am always very busy. I am a worker. One of my jobs is to work on my nest. I gather pieces of twigs and leaves in my jaws. Then I build an anthill. Gather and build, gather and build. That is how my nest is made. My nest is dark. There are many rooms and tunnels that go deep into the ground. Does your home have rooms and halls? And here are some of the different rooms that are inside of an ant nest. We have a room full of aphids or small insects. They have a storage room. This is a new room that's being built. And then here is the queen's chamber. We have a nursery. Do you know what a nursery is?
That's where they keep the babies.
That's where they keep the babies, so they have a separate room for the baby ants.
Ah.
And then way down here, see, that is called the winter room. Find out more about that in a minute.
The winter room.
Each nest has one queen. She is the biggest ant. Male ants mate with the queen in the air. Then they wander off and die. The queen now goes to the nest and lays eggs. I help care for the queen by feeding and grooming her.
She's much bigger than the other ants.
That's why she's the queen.
Yeah.
Like all ants, I began as a tiny egg. Soon my egg hatched and became a larva, then a pupa. Soon I was born. So this is the egg. This is how they start off. This is the life cycle of an ant. Then we have the larva. Looks kind of like a worm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here is the pupa. That's the growing ant, and it's covered by a thin see-through skin. And then this is the ant. So he starts off as an egg, then it becomes the larva. This is what hatches from the egg. This is the pupa, and then the ant. Like all insects, my body has three main parts with a hard shell-like covering. Look closely at my head. Here's the head. You will see that I have two antennae. Each one has smaller parts. I can move my antenna easily to smell, touch, taste, and hear. What do you use to smell, touch, taste, and hear? Do you have antenna? No. You have 5 senses, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you use to smell?
Your nose.
What do you use to touch?
Your hands.
What do you use to taste?
Your tongue.
And what do you use to hear?
Your ears.
Okay, and then here are the three body parts of an ant. We have the head, thorax, and then the abdomen. And how many legs does an insect have?
6.
6. Let's count them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has 3 body parts and 6 legs. I have 6 legs. On each leg I have 2 hooked claws. My claws help me to climb trees. and to walk upside down on branches and leaves. On my 2 front legs, I have combs. I use the combs to rub my other legs and antenna until they are clean and smooth. When I am not building my nest or caring for the queen, I hunt for food. I catch caterpillars, flies, beetles, and butterflies. I also drink the sugar drops from aphids. When I leave my nest, I put down a scent trail. Then I can find my way back easily. Look at all the other ants on the trail. I may be small, but I am strong for my size. I can lift things that are 10 times heavier than I am. Some ants can lift things 50 times heavier. If you were that strong, you could pick up a small elephant. If something is too big and heavy, other workers help me carry it. Wait, I smell a warning. Another ant tells me an enemy is near. I must be careful as I go. Here are my enemies. Okay, so this is what they have to look out for. Anteaters, spiders, frogs, toads, birds, lizards, and other kinds of ants. If I am attacked, I try to protect myself by biting or stinging. I made it, and I found an aphid. Now that it is night, I cannot look for more food. I am tired, so I will rest. In the winter, when it is cold, I go down, down, down to a warm room at the bottom of the nest. I stay there until the weather gets warmer. Then I come out again. So here is the winter room. And that's where they go when it starts getting cold. I am just one of more than 10,000 different kinds of ants. We have pavement ants, honey ants, harvester ants, umbrella ants, and army ants. The next time you're outside, look for me on the ground. I will be busy building and hunting. Work never ends. Okay. Is this book fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction? I mean, nonfiction? Because
Yes.
it tells us facts
It tells us facts. It tells us facts about what?
about ants.
About ants.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay, I'll see you later.